Danger on the train tracks in downtown Austin as people continue crossing them illegally.
We first told you about this problem a year ago, just off 3rd Street between West and Baylor. Back then, the city and Union Pacific Railroad agreed to put up a fence to stop the trespassers, but so far, there's no fence. KXAN's Josh Hinkle joins us live along the tracks. And Josh, what's the holdup there?
Well, I'll tell you what the holdup is. No, actually, I'll show you. Just look up there. You can see that the railroad ties are brand new, and there's some other new things on the bridge as well. Union Pacific does not argue there are some safety concerns with trespassers, but first, it wanted to get those improvements in place. Well, you can see it's done now, so the city says they can start work on that fence in about a month. And this has been a long time coming for some people. From her downtown office, Jessica Tunin has the perfect view of the train track trespassers.
I see people carrying their bicycles over the tracks, and it just is a frightening thing to see.
It's why she sends an email with photos every Monday morning to the city and the railroad. See it for yourself. We caught 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people crossing illegally in just 15 minutes.
I'm worried someone's going to get hurt and someone is going to unnecessarily maybe die.
We have been working with Union Pacific on these specific improvements for probably at least 5 years.
Getting the city and Union Pacific to cooperate has taken some time, even after last year's agreement to put up a fence to keep people off the tracks. It will divide downtown just north of Lady Bird Lake, starting on the west side of the Seaholm Power Plant, traveling along the railroad, up over Lamar, and just past the Amtrak station, creating a barrier nearly 1,800 feet long. The city started but didn't get to finish because the railroad has the final word.
And they asked us to hold off until they completed that work so it wasn't in their way.
In the way of other repairs, now almost complete. The city says the fence work should resume in about a month. In the meantime, it's upgraded the sidewalks at Lamar under the tracks and has plans to install a pedestrian crossing. That design could be finished next February. But until she looks out her office window and sees no trespassers, Tunin says she'll continue firing off those weekly emails.
The city saying that, or the Union Pacific Railroad saying that, I just don't see it happening just anytime soon.
Rest assured, we will keep following up on this story to make sure that the city and the railroad hold to their agreement to put these safety improvements in place. I want to tell you about one discussing with the railroad right now, a tunnel, an underpass under the railroad around Bowie Street, and we'll come back out on this side toward Lady Bird Lake. Just another option for pedestrians to get from one side of the railroad to the other without actually crossing the tracks. But I'm also told this is only in the very, very early discussion phase, and it still could be a couple of years away. We're live in downtown Austin. Josh Hinkle, KXAN News.